Hey Quentin, Craig here. Just wanted to give you an overview of what we're doing with Boks and this LiveWire tool we've developed. So there are three parts. So you've got Boks, and then we've got a tool we developed called LiveWire, which is basically used to pass the output from Boks to server-side code that we use to generate HTML, and then we've got the server-side piece. So what we did with Boks is we actually just invented our own tag for interfacing with the server-side code to tell it what to do. And we run an XSL transform on the server to produce HTML markup, JSP markup, etc. So in our CMS system we have any number of views, but there's about a dozen or so that are well-known names like navigation and sub-navigation, detail, and so on and so forth. And we basically just enter a tag, CMS detail, that is my detail view. If I want, say, navigation to be laid out horizontally or something, I can say navigation horizontal, and we'll actually produce an unordered list of items for the pages in that section of the site and mark them appropriately so we can lay them out horizontally. Then we use the CSS style sheet to configure whether things are aligned left or right, format it, all that kind of stuff. All right. So typical Boks, go in, set up grid settings, name the file, whatever the customer name is here, and then the name of the HTML JSP file is here. Grid settings don't matter in this case. Those actually end up inside the style sheet configuration for the site. When I'm ready to go, made my changes, I can just export my changes and I drop them somewhere on my local system. This is the standard output.html file from Boks, and then I can go to LiveWire and I can set it up to generate output. Now, in this case, I'm working on a system where I'm going to just show you how to generate HTML. I've got a URL where the LiveWire script is running that's going to process this code. This is on my local system here, but it can be on a public server somewhere else. And then I've got my output directory where my Boks output HTML file is located. And then I've got my output directory where I want to store the results from the LiveWire generation. And when I'm ready to go, I can just go over and click the Do It button at any time. It'll go and run, upload the output, and then generate the code. Now this is running a transform that produces some standard HTML for testing, so you can see for an Itrium CMS system, here's the way we generate and take the information from Boks. So ClearSpan 24, last wrapper. This is all standard stuff that came out of Boks. ID sub-navigation, we pulled that out of the CMS tag that we entered, and then we drop our code in here. Okay, so that is one way to go after it. For us, though, for the work we do every day, we generate JSP code that matches our system. So again, this could be WordPress code or something else if transforms were developed for that sort of thing. So if I save this and then go and regenerate the output, you'll see that the page is going to change a bit. So now I've produced a page that has JSP tags that match our system. So we've got view name header logo, view name navigation, view name sub navigation. Don't have to do any coding here. This page is ready to go. Now I just have to create the style sheet for it. And what's great is I don't ever have to worry about having a typo that would have thrown my Boks layout out of whack. So it saves us a ton of time here. All right, hope that helps. Last part here is just showing you some samples. So this is a sample of a site we've been working on. There's other sites that are more complex and things, but these are all Boks generated sites. So even if you go and look at them and look at the code underneath, you can see that like the navigation, where I had my JSP tag before, has now been replaced with our code from the CMS system here. Okay? Hope that helps. Let me know if it makes sense and if you have any questions. Thanks.